Hello once again everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Meat Boy. This is episode 12, and in the last video we finished up Hell, taking on Little Horn in the end, and we defeated him and unlocked Rapture. In this video we're going to continue on here. We have to get the warp zone we missed in level 18 in the last video. As you can see, the warp zone's already unlocked. That's because I had some technical difficulties when I first tried recording this. The game crashed and I lost the recording, so I apologize for that. But I will still be going through and showing how to grab everything, so let's get started. And this warp zone does lead to our next unlockable character, so that's always a lot of fun. The more the merrier, right? Alright. So the warp zone, when I first recorded this, I had to look for it a little bit, but it's right there, so it's not too hard, but here's a cutscene. Alright, so here we have Flywrench. Flywrench is from a game called Flywrench, if you couldn't have guessed. His special abilities: he has a triple jump, but each jump is weaker than the previous one. He also slides up walls instead of wall kicking off them, and he can move up immensely fast, or really fast. So he's useful for getting up vertically fast. Another thing with his character, I don't know if it's a positive or a negative, but he falls quicker, I think, than most characters. In the game Flywrench, you play as this little creature here, and he's constantly descending, so you have to always be pressing up to ascend. And there are these colored barriers in the levels that you have to match the color, or else you're not able to get through them. And the way you do that is based on which directional button you're pressing. So if you're holding up, your character's red. If you're holding down, it's green. Or if you're holding neither, it's white. And the game Flywrench was developed and published by a guy named Mashaf. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not, but oh well. So let's watch the Chapter 5 opening cutscene here. Alright, and then the opening cutscene there, we have an obvious reference to Mega Man 2, with the main difference being that Dr. Fetus kicks him off the building, and in the version of Mega Man 2 I played, that didn't happen. But let's start this off with level 1. And in this level we will unlock another warp zone. You saw it on the map already because it's a botched recording. You can see it at the top right of the screen too, if you look, right at the start there. It's a relatively easy warp zone to get. It's a bunch of simple platforming to get up there, and once you get up there, as long as you made it in time, you grab it, and it's not any hidden or anything like that. It's right out in the open, so they're not playing any games with it. And I keep botching this easy platforming that I was talking about, but that's what tends to happen, so keep jumping into that big blade. Alright. I will warn you guys that the next warp zone tends to give me a lot of problems, so hopefully I can get through it easily. But in the botched recording, I was recording for quite a while and still hadn't successfully completed it, so I can't promise anything, but I really hope that it goes better than it did in that recording. But we won't know till we try, so let's give it a shot here. I'm sorry I skipped that opening cutscene. It just sits on that screen and plays a little bit of music. I apologize for that. If I die the 3 times before the end of this, I will show that, which there's a very good possibility of happening. But if not, I won't complain. Oh. Well. Alright, so This level is extremely difficult. I messed up the jump there. That was that part was giving me a lot of problems in the initial recording, but then I found out a way to handle it pretty easily. And if you hug the side of the ledge, you will grab onto the ledge where the spike pit or the spike hallway is. Initially, I thought you had to wall jump into there and then stop yourself before you hit the spike, which is really hard to just pull off. It's pretty difficult, but no, you can actually just land right there like that, and that makes that part a lot easier. And it's not actually this level that's giving me most of the problems. It was in the beginning, but we didn't make it up there quick enough. But here, I'll let this play out. But yeah, as I was saying, the second level in this warp zone is the one that gives me a lot of problems, because the bandage is literally a second away from the finish of it, and then and it's not easy. I guess it's kind of easy platforming, but stressful platforming on the way there, and then you have to grab the bandage and basically slide down back to the start of the level, because the bandage is all the way at the beginning. The key to open to the bandage is all the way at the end, and then once you pull that off, you have to play through the level again through all that tricky platforming. You'll see now, though. We got the bandage right here to the right, but because of the key blocks, we can't get it, and therefore we have to make our way through all of this platforming here. Not once, but twice. And in the botched recording, I did make it through this once while grabbing the bandage, and I did see the third level, and while it didn't seem as hard, I ended up messing it up anyway. So maybe I'll get lucky, maybe not. I can tell you this much: the bandage in the next level is much easier to get, but the final jump to bandage grow is not as easy. Right there we screw up on the second run through. Right there we screw up on the first run through. And this is what I'm talking about. Things just get a little bit, you know, you make stupid little errors, and with that 3 lives limit, it sometimes just gets frustrating, but you kind of just go through. Right there I was taking unnecessary risks by just jumping through that as fast as possible, but being that I don't want to be on this level all day, I'm just trying to rush through it, which in Super Meat Boy, you know, speed's usually the goal, but when you're doing something like this where there's no A+ rankings or anything, honestly taking your time is your best bet. Alright, so we got up here. Alright. So we can get through there. And I'm taking my time just because I really don't want to screw this up. Alright. Alright. Oh my god! I would mess up the jump right there. Alright, let's give this one more attempt here. If the recording's going too long, I can't promise I won't cut some of this out, but we'll see how that goes in the editing time after. There I go, missing some easy jumps after getting a little bit frustrated that I thought I had that in the bag at the end there, but what are you gonna do? It happens. We were doing pretty well though. I mean, I definitely got, that was the furthest I got the fastest compared to the last video. And I keep referencing this messed up recording, which I probably shouldn't do, but I was slightly frustrated when that happened. Not that I was gonna post the entire length of it anyway, but it was just aggravating because then the warp zones were unlocked, and with the way the save works in here, I couldn't get it to not be unlocked unless I played through the entire game again off camera. And while I guess I could have done that, I really didn't want to, so hopefully you guys don't mind too much. We got through that pretty quickly and fairly painless in the process, but we're here again, and this is the one that's giving us problems. Not that last one. Alright, I thought I was dead there for sure. I don't know how I didn't die there, but I'll take it. Alright, get up past that. Make those simple wall jumps, slide down, grab the bandage here, and move on. Alright. Alright, we can slip past there, slip past there. We're making good time. Not that it matters. Could you guys imagine if these warp zones had time requirements for A+ rankings? I'd probably shoot myself right about now. But we finished it. That's a positive. But I'm going to be extremely cautious when it comes to this level, just because I want to use all my deaths as, you know, as useful as possible. I know you can wait here, and here you gotta make running jumps, because a single or a non-running jump isn't enough to make it over there. But the problem with the running jumps is that after you make the running jump, it's really hard to stop, as you saw there. Alright, so we did that. Take your time with these jumps here. Fall down there. Jump up and grab this bandage. Make that fall. That is the hardest part there. And oh my god, guys, we did it. And that was actually in a reasonable amount of time. I only have about 12 minutes on the recording. So, I'm going to give this a shot because I don't really want the 2 warp zones basically being the only thing we do in this video. So I'm going to try to speed through here and grab the A+ ranking. And we'll call it a video at that point. If I don't end up screwing up. But that's okay. We can deal with a little bit of a longer video. I feel like as long as I don't go over 15 minutes, it's not that bad, you know. I like to stick to the, I thought if I didn't slide on the wall, I could have made it down there in time. But I feel like if I try to stick to 10 minutes. I think I mentioned this in another video, just because, you know, everybody doesn't have all the time in the world to watch these videos. So I figured not the shorter they are, but, you know, I feel like 10's a good length, 10 to 15 minutes. You know, once in a while, a little bit longer doesn't hurt, and people who love your content, you know, they appreciate when you put out longer videos, but sometimes you don't have enough time to do that. Alright, so we got the A+ there, and thankfully we're finally done with the horrors of that level. I'm going to call a video there, so thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.